Hi, I'm Lauren Elizabeth, and thank you so much for tuning in to this unique virtual theatre festival. SHOWFACE was created in response to the global pandemic. During this difficult year, over 170 emerging creatives have come together to form this resilient, strong and talented community. Over this weekend, we'll be showcasing 50 new pieces of performance. Emerging writers, actors, directors, designers and technicians have collaborated together to create plays, poetry, live Zoom theatre, stand-up comedy, interactive events, music and so much more. The times and details can be found in our festival programme, which you can find on our website. You can even download a copy to keep it handy throughout the festival. In the transition between performances, we'll be showcasing exclusive cast and crew interviews, original music, short monologues, and original poetry readings from our creatives. There's something for everyone at SHOWFACE Festival, so please stay tuned and enjoy a fun, festive weekend of brilliant performances. Thank you. Today we'll be starting with 2 live performances from 5 till 5:30 p.m. Join us on Zoom by following the link in the description or using the meeting ID and passcode on the screen. After 5:30 p.m, we'll be broadcasting all of our shows live on our YouTube channel, so sit back, relax and get ready to watch some amazing live theatre.
Residents, non-natives, inhabitants, if you will, but most importantly, our voters. I address you today not only as your principal magistrate, but as a patriot of Paradise Cove. I am here today to celebrate our resilience and to celebrate the dawning of our most innovative and most jovial judicial betterment we have ever witnessed at our most precious state. It has been a year of affluence, a year of honour, and a year of courage with such a great and remarkable shift in cleansing our society. We, a once shattered and broken community, faltered to the traditional bindings of justice and governmental tyranny. But today marks our success, our journey, and our resilience, enabling us to rise from the ashes. This day holds great importance, not only marked as a day to commemorate those lives lost, but for us, the dear citizens, to reflect on the significant evolution Paradise Cove has undertaken. Our capacity to recover quickly from tough times has ensured we build our resilience, our strength, and our tenacity. Within our reflection of our much-needed adaptations, we remember our civic responsibilities, our civic duties, and our civic commitment in fulfilling and delivering this, our martial law. We as the community of Paradise Cove have an obligation. The onus is on each and every one of us to play our part. Only with our unwavering commitment and completed services will Paradise Cove remain tranquil, transformative, and thriving.
It's April. It's late. That's me. Dressing gown. Tattered but comfy. Bangs. I nearly cut them off just to keep him happy. Makeup. Tasteful but modest. Taken from page 17 of 2011's issue of Topical Fashion. Followed every instruction. Framing each eye with delicate taupe lines. Eyeliner. Mascara. Lipstick. Blush. Precisely applied, copying every detail of the model's face. I could pass for her cousin. Now, before you judge me, you should know. The official enforcement survey does conclude that almost all of Paradise Cove approved of my actions! And of that, 64% of the citizens rated my target selection as excellent. Yes, there were some who criticised me for shooting my husband. They said it wasn't very original and not very creative. Dick Sullivan. He's reared the animals around here for over 30 years, and well, he believed that Frank, my husband, was better suited to receiving enforcement than any of the other folks around here. I never liked him much. Never a good word to say about anybody. Excellent use for a bullet. Archie Bolson, born and raised in Paradise Cove, he had known Frank for years, even graduated together. Of course, a few made waves. Jennifer Colthard. She was appalled. I can hardly believe it, she wrote. We used to be so much more discerning about who we killed. Old-fashioned kind. We certainly didn't go around flaunting it like Susie does. I wouldn't call my actions flaunting it. I read the enforcement handbook from cover to cover 6 times. I even remember it. Guidance note 1. Call the police immediately after executing an enforcement. Note 13. Always keep your enforcement permit in a safe, dry place.
Heaven. Never reveal to anyone that you have an enforcement permit.
Note 46. Be proud. You are performing an important civic duty. Flaunting it. I hadn't much to flaunt. I was quiet, blended in, didn't draw attention to myself. I spent most of my days in the resources centre, tucked away between the early lady companions and old age encyclopedias. Alone, organising. Evening, I fixed dinner, we would eat, I would clean. He would leave the house for some time alone. I would lay on the bed and read Jane Austen. Flaunting it. I hadn't much to flaunt. That drove Frank crazy. Nervous habit.
Paradise Cove Police Department.
I would like to report an enforcement.
Susie,
Yeah?
this is Officer Adler.
Oh, thank goodness.
I admired Adler. Once she pulled over to help me with my groceries. Dead weight with a frozen turkey and tinned goods. You rarely found that kind of service.
I've just shot someone. The enforcement handbook says I'm supposed to call you.
That's right. Chapter 3, I think. Who'd you shoot?
My husband.
Is he dead?
He's not moving. He's not moved since I shot him.
Right. How many times did you shoot him?
Once.
I would recommend, darling, you shoot him just one more time, just to be sure.
No. I am sure once is enough.
It was hard enough to shoot him once, let alone shoot him again.
Fine then. You will need to come down to the station to fill out the paperwork.
The enforcement handbook recommends at least 2 shots.
Do I need to call someone to pick him up?
That wasn't in the handbook.
We'll take care of that. Just come down to the station and don't forget to bring your enforcement permit. You do have an enforcement permit, don't you?
I do.
I'll commend you on your duties and congratulate you on your resilience to see this through, Susie.
I'll bring the revolver.
Along with any spare ammunition you didn't use.
The enforcement handbook, chapter 2.
We will reissue it with the permit.
Frank?
I did think about Adler's advice. Should I shoot him again?
No.
The spare bedroom. I had it all to myself. A refuge from when Frank got wild. Even wilder than usual. My sanctuary. Frank rarely entered it, not that I forbid him, but I filled it with things that made him uncomfortable. 4-poster bed centre, handmade quilt, embroidered throw pillows, Sally cat. Frank had given me years ago. Sally cat, although it could have been a ferret. Beside the bed stood an antique vanity, bordered with 2 windows, each framed with lace curtains, adorned with a delicate tea rose pattern. There was nothing Frank in this room. It radiated Susie. Wedding dress, pink prom dress, evening gown, the lavender dress. Only wore that once too, the Paradise Cove bistro. Overdressed, he said. Matching heels. You never know who'll be at the station. I've got to look presentable. And well, he can't object.
Hello, a taxi please. That's right, to Paradise Cove Enforcement Office. Thank you. Damn it, Frank. I gave you fair warning.
We as the community of Paradise Cove have an obligation. The onus is on each and every one of us to play our part. Only with our unwavering commitment and completed services will Paradise Cove remain tranquil, transformative, and thriving.
Today I've been working on this idea for a film. I've been thinking a lot about it. I can't really sleep at night. I've been thinking of it. It's about a woman trapped in her own self-isolation. And every day she creates a different character, a different persona, and she expresses herself through these different characters. Her schizophrenia starts to overtake her. The characters all merge as one. Is she really hiding behind the characters? It's going to be powerful. It's going to be deeply psychotic. I've been thinking of a name for it. A monologue a day. Keeps the doctors away. I love it. So, cameras, action. Let's roll.
Hello everyone and welcome to the R&D production of The Flying Veterans. We are a group of design students, music students and composers who have put those specialisms aside and truly collaborated on this project. This obviously was designed to be a more intimate space and we've had to adjust accordingly. I have a task for you all. I want you to imagine that you are a child between the ages of 4 and 8 as we take you on this adventure. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
She's brilliant! I see.
I see who?
I see you. It's getting a bit warm in here. Is the snow laughing matter? And you lot don't care at all. He's melted. What? My husband's melted? Will you help me put him back together? Will you sing with me? Please? Thanks, Eleanor. Progress to you. Meanwhile, crew. And come in. Oh no, please, go back.
moon! I must go home. No. Oh, my rocket's broken! Oh, no! Oh, my God, I don't
I ran, I came, I saw, I left, I crawled, I marched, I gnawed, I spat, I thought, I brought a God to rest. I stumbled north, I tumbled west, the east at least it brought some rest. The south amounts so tireless. I failed, I tried, the more the less. Hunter, hunter, catch my breath. Hunter, hunter, catch me if I fall. Time is endless and this ends here now. A minute more, a minute less, a tidal wave, a minor theft, a drink, the cup is bottomless, a race, a fight, a sorry mess. Hunter, 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 walking beside me. You've seen me under, I've seen you hide and seek the treasures, the plunder, the joy and the wonder. All is coming asunder.
The Pacemaker by Nina Martinez Jones. Do you hear the chimes of the pacemaker? Rhythmic, durable, withstanding, every 30 minutes, nailed into a brick wall. The voices told me that it hadn't failed to sound in 4,000 years, and I believed them. Reliable, monotonous, hard-boiled. Don't you see, little girl, there is much you are yet to know. Worry not, for I will be waiting when you arrive. I will not shake so long as you wake whilst I am sleeping. Damn the words that did not come from your lips. Damn the half-truths and liquid knowledge that the pacemaker forgot to share with me. Damn the image of an unknowable godlike figure who doesn't share his musings with the children. Damn myself who should not be damned. Don't you hear the terrible monsters that hiss like a burning toothpick, like molten fear? I hear nothing else now. The fire you smell burns across decades of discomfort. The ashes you taste on your tongue were born long ago in a blood-bound furnace, where they should have been buried with Sephronia's wisdom. She told me that ghosts exist within people, not places, and I wonder that she may be right. I wonder why they should follow me too. Like the pacemaker's metronome, I swing back and forth between perspectives, like a looking glass that can't decide to show me Alice's adventures or the darkest corners of Wonderland. Do you remember the hiding places of a young child's games? I don't remember the words in between. There is much that I have forgotten. If terror exists only in the mind and the past, then why can I feel it on my skin? Sweet, stupid child. Subjectivity follows no logic. They tell you not to ask questions, and I will hate myself for each one I never asked. Regret feels like a door that will not close, that will not open, but stands suspended, casting darkness from the crack that draws your eyes, acid that sits in your mouth that you cannot swallow, a ship with a slow leak that eventually bursts and lets the salt water rush in. Do you hear the wisdom I share with you, child? Please, discover how to run across the ocean in bare feet. Time stands still in the snow. The hospital tastes like hazelnut creamer, sounds like eyes of blue. I am a pinball being propelled through this machine. So when the empty space appeared, why didn't the pacemaker stop? I no longer hear the words. Months condense into dark matter, and the root which started this forest has long since grown, lived, and died. Only deadwood remains, kindling for the fires we build to keep warm in winter. I don't hear the comforting chains of my mind. I don't hear the lion's roar, or the stag's silence, or the lamb's bleat. I never even heard the wolf. I hear only the chimes of the pacemaker, which should have ceased when the heart stopped beating.
Day 157 of the apocalypse. God, I never thought I'd be saying that. I'm recording this so that there is some record of what happened. If there's anyone even to watch it. You know, it's not so bad. I've got a lot of my reading done, and I stocked up on food and provisions in the early days. I don't miss Scott so much. We were only together a couple of years, and if you think about it, there are others that have lost their partners and they've been together decades. It's the company I miss, though. It's been 80 days since I last spoke to a human being. I'm surprised I haven't gone mad. But it's not safe to leave the house, and you can't risk it, so this is my only form of communication. Video chat rooms. I remember warning my pupils about things like this. And here I am begging for somebody to come and talk to me. Any stranger. I mean, it's unlikely that their internet is going to be as strong as mine, but I can't lose hope. I gotta keep trying. The reason why I don't miss Scott so much is that every time I close my eyes, all I remember and all I see is his hungry eyes, grey skin, rabid mouth. He still haunts my nightmares. Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hi! Oh my god!
Can you hear me?
thought... Yes, I can! I never thought I'd see another human!
Well, this is strange.
Yeah, it is. I've got so many questions.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm really glad you said that. Boy, she said courteously, why are you crying? Peter could be exceedingly polite also, and having learnt from the grand manner at fairies' ceremonies, he rose and bowed to her beautifully. She was much pleased, and bowed beautifully back to him from the bed. What's your name? He asked. Wendy Moira Angela Darling, she replied with some satisfaction.
Lou?
Hmm?
I think someone's trying to get in.
What? Oh, right. Let's be calm.
Okay. Oh God.
How about we just let them in? See what they gotta say.
Well, maybe we shouldn't. We don't know anything about them.
Well, I wouldn't be talking to you if I hadn't done that. And plus, they can't bite us or hurt us over the screen. Yeah, right, okay. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Oh my god, are you really there?
Keep your voice down, mate.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Please be quiet, otherwise I will have to mute you.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
I can't believe I've actually met two other real living people.
Well, we won't be alive for much longer if you keep talking at that volume without warning us, so that we can turn our speakers down.
It is really important that you are quiet. I'm sure you have to be quiet for the rest of the time.
Not really. I live on a farm in the middle of nowhere, so there's no houses around for miles. The buyers moved away a couple of months ago and then realised there was no one else left to eat. Except me, of course. I'm Matty, by the way.
Hi, I'm Lucy. And that grumpy one over there is Gemma.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet two lovely ladies. Grumpy or not.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Tell us another one, Matty.
Okay, what does a vegetarian zombie eat?
I don't know.
Grains.
Oh.
Oh, I got one for you, right? What do you call a zombie that likes to serenade?
Oh, I know this one. Oh, don't tell me.
Cheering!
Lucy. I said don't tell me.
Oh no, has our joke master got competition?
And with that, I must bid you adieu.
Well, that's not fair. Now do I get to one up you?
Good night, sleep well.
What do you call a zombie's arse?
Good night, Matty.
Dead end.
How the hell did you know that?
You get your jokes off Reddit. I was only humorising you.
Oh.
I mean, you performed them well. I mean, I like the impression. I wouldn't want to see you in a dark alleyway.
And you probably never will.
Don't say that.
It's true, though. We're going to die long before we get out of these prisons. I'm sorry.
It really made me feel nice and cozy before I go to sleep.
I suppose I just feel bitter about not being able to see it in person. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful I met you and Lucy and all, but...
No, I know what you mean.
What?
It's crap that we can't see each other in person.
I didn't think that you liked me.
I like you, Matty. Okay?
Well, that's good to know.
Right. Well, now don't get all cocky on me, all right? Night.
I'm eating.
No, there's cheating! They're all melting in my mouth. Chubby bunny!
And the bells
were
ringing out for Christmas Day.
Woo!
Merry Christmas to all!
And to all a good night.
Then if you squeeze your eyes tighter, the pools begin to take shape, and the colours become so vivid with another squeeze, they must go on fire. Jem, it's your go.
Jesus Christ, it's not like we're in a rush.
Stop being grumpy. Thank you.
I love how you used to be scared of her at the beginning and now you tell her exactly how it is. We all come round to our Jem.
Please stop ganging up on me. Thank you kindly.
There's no coming round to Jem on my part. I was always there.
Ew. Can we just play?
Shut up.
Excuse me? Now, there's no need for that. You may be my practically adopted daughter, but I'm not afraid to tell you exactly how I feel when...
Luke, be quiet.
What's that?
Keep calm. It's fine.
No. There's someone banging. There's someone outside. Oh my god. No. Someone's gonna kill. I'm gonna die. A zombie's gonna kill me. No, Matty. What? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You're not going to die.
Oh god.
Stop! Nobody make a sound.
It's coming from the...
Thank you so much for tuning into the festival. We really hope that you're enjoying so far. SHOWFACE is a self-funded, not-for-profit project that relies entirely on donations to keep the festival running. So if you're enjoying the festival, please click the link in the description so that you can support emerging creators for the price of a coffee. You can donate to the SHOWFACE coffee page, where every penny goes directly towards the running and platforming of our festival, or you can donate to the coffee pages of individual performances so that the creatives you see can earn money for their hard work. And we also have some fantastic SHOWFACE merchandise. For just £15 you can buy a t-shirt with this beautiful Protect the Arts design on it, or for £10 you can buy a mug. So please visit our website to make a purchase that helps emerging creatives and helps to protect the arts during these difficult times. Thank you.
Oh, fuck's sake. God. No. Oh. No. Oh.
Nina, stop messing around. Can we just talk and get this over quickly, please? Nina, why is your camera off? Please. Don't start stripteasing. I'm not ready for that kind of vibe yet.
I was taking a piss, dickhead.
Oh, Jesus, it's a pretty picture, all right?
Shut up, Isaac. Who was she?
Oh, here we fucking go.
Your sister texted me.
told me she saw you with a girl yesterday, sharing a can outside the house. You said you couldn't see me because of this lockdown shit, so why can you see her? Who even is she? Faye said she didn't recognise her or anything.
Faye is a liar, Nina, and you know that. For fuck's sake, she is 14, and she's still fucked up for me catching her smoking in her bedroom last week.
Like, can you not see how that would make me angry? You didn't even call last night to talk about the last episode of Emily in Paris with me.
And that's because I didn't watch it, Nina. It's shit. And we've already spoke about this.
You just don't take an interest to my interest anymore!
Come off it, Nina. Honestly. You're working yourself up.
Well, I've not seen you in 3 weeks. I'm getting texts from your little sister saying that you're cheating on me. You hate everything I love. You
Cheating?
fucking...
What the fuck, Nina? I just told you Faye was lying. I was literally in my bedroom.
Okay, then why didn't you watch it?
What?
Why didn't you watch it if you were just in your room?
Because it's fucking shit, Nina.
Why are you always shouting at me?
Why are you constantly picking fights with me every fucking day? I can't do this anymore.
You gonna answer it?
No. Finishing this conversation calmly or it gets out of hand.
Is it her?
Christ, Nina. There is no her.
Who is it then? Has to be someone.
I don't know. I don't recognise the number.
Oh, fuck, Isaac! You didn't save her number. Oh, if you're going to cheat on me, I'd much rather it was a bit more respectful than that.
Bit more respectful. Nina, cop on. You know I'm not cheating on you. Especially during a global pandemic. We've been on the rocks for weeks now. We need to have a conversation about us.
About us or about you being an arsehole?
Nina, you know that I love you. Obviously. You've been so distant recently.
Distant? Oh, in case you didn't know, we are in a fucking lockdown, Isaac. The world has been divided into bubbles. And I have basically been forbidden to see you. I have been distant with everybody.
No, I know that.
And you have no idea how frustrating it's been. I've come home to my mum's house. Her new boyfriend is sleeping on the couch every time I want to watch Netflix.
Yeah, I know, it's not ideal, but...
And I have watched everything on Netflix at least 10 times, and you ain't even keep up with the one show I actually want to talk about.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to you, Nina.
Just say something. Anything. It's like you honestly don't care about how I feel.
You're kicking off because I didn't watch the last episode of Emily in fucking Paris.
You just don't get it. I'm bored and lonely. And you are off having cans with some girl.
Right, enough about the girl. There is no girl. Fuck's sake.
Oh! Speaking of the devil, and you want to hear?
Get fucked. Listen, this isn't easy for me either. Because on the one hand, I have you barking down my neck. And on the other, I've got Faye talking shit and smoking in her room.
Oh my god, don't start! I am not party?
The world doesn't revolve around you, Nina. Look, what I'm trying to say is everybody's finding this difficult. You're not the only one that's having a shit time.
Obviously, I know that, Isaac, but I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about you not caring about me anymore. Like, I'm upset. And you don't care. You literally, you don't care.
I do care. Of course.
Well, you don't show it.
Well, it's hard to show when you only ever call me to complain.
Well, it's hard not to complain.
Well,
Yeah. Well.
Nina, I don't know what to say. It's just hard to keep imagining us staying together when you keep getting like this. We are arguing over nothing.
Arguing over nothing. See, that is your problem. It might seem like nothing to you, but it's something to me. Lauren's boyfriend mailed her a care package the other day. You know what? Full of cozy socks, chocolate, and a bottle of Prosecco and all. She posted it on her Instagram last night. It honestly just made me realise how little you actually care about me.
If an Instagram post can make you think of shit like that, then that's your problem.
I should have said yes to Tom when he asked me out.
What?
Oh, sorry, did you not hear that?
No.
I should have said yes to Tom when he asked me out.
Nina, you asked you out when we were 14.
Yeah, and I should have said yes. You're basically the same person, but he's a little bit, you
You've been my
know.
best friend for 5 years, Nina. I'm aware that we're very similar.
He definitely would have sent me a care package.
What are you trying to say? You want to break up with me with Tom? Yeah?
Oh, obviously not, Isaac. Oh my God, I'm just saying that.
I think we just leave it, Nina.
Care package. What?
I think that we should just give this a rest.
A rest? What do you mean give this a rest? It's important for us to talk about things that annoy us, Isaac. That is basically the first unwritten rule of relationships.
Yeah? No, it's not just that. Like, everything. Us. I think that we just have to... Just need to give it some space. Or something.
We have space, Isaac. You live 20 kilometres away.
I don't know how to put it. I've never had to break up with someone over Zoom before.
Wait, what? You're breaking up with me?
Well, maybe not fully break up.
On Zoom? In the middle of a pandemic? After a year and 4 months?
I don't mean fully break up. I just think that a break would be good for us.
All because I said I think that you don't care about me. That proves the point
You
I was
agree with
trying
me?
to make
You
in
agree
the
with me? Good.
first
At least
place.
that's one thing that we can agree on.
I never said that.
You made the point. You stay to yourself. You think I don't care? You think that I'm not a good boyfriend? Fuck. Nina, you said that you wish you went out with my best friend.
I didn't mean it, Isaac. I honestly just said it so that you would realise, well, not that you treat me terribly,
That's
just
now I
that you would...
Really? That says it all, doesn't it?
What I meant to say was not that you treat me terribly, just that you could be a bit more considerate towards my situation.
Nina, the situation is I need a break. I just need time to relax. You know, play the Xbox, have a drink with my dad. I watch my own shit on Netflix. Just relax.
Relax.
Yes. Right. I think I'm gonna go downstairs and make myself some food. All right.
Whatever, Isaac. Get fucked. Have fun with your new girlfriend. Drink a can of Copperberg on me.
Answer the phone, you dickhead. I just broke up with Nina. Thanks for baby Jesus. So listen, we're gonna grab some cans, right? And we're going to the back lane. So you give me a call when you get this, yeah? All right. I'll talk to you soon. Yes, bro, you're right. Listen, look, I'm sorry. I know I've kept on you all scene recently. There's just a lot of shit that's gone on with the bird. You know where it is yourself. Did you get my voicemail? Hello? Yeah, this is me. You calling from what hospital? Tom's what? Where did you find him? Jesus Christ. What do you mean he's ever shown signs of self-harm before? Right. Alright, okay, I'm trying to think. Did you get hold of his mum? What do you mean you couldn't get hold of his mum? Right, okay, well, do you want me to get hold of her instead then? Okay, alright, well look, I'll be in now. I'm just gonna grab my keys and then... What do you mean I can't come in? No. Fuck the pandemic. I'm coming down. I need to... Oh, fucking hell. Please, come on. Oh, fuck.
It's like it goes round in circles.
It's hard to explain. Maybe like a circle.
It's like a fucking, but not so neat.
I use the word circle a lot.
I wouldn't say I answered him.
Well, I mean, you did. You quite literally started.
It's different though. I only answered him because he texted me and I didn't want him to be sad.
Yeah, well, what about you? Your feelings? Have you thought about those recently, Morg? Look, I'm sorry. You knew you'd get this when you phoned me. I don't want to be a dick, but, like, you had to be told.
I know, it's just... Anyway, how's you? Any fit Tinder matches recently?
Oh, you know, the usual. Nothing much. You?
Yeah, I get you. Listen, I've been thinking recently, should I keep the pictures that you...
Alex, get your ass down here and pick your shit up now.
Oh, fuck. Hang on a sec. 2 secs. I'm just chatting to Morgan.
Hiya, Morg. Do me a favour, tell Alex to stop feeling sorry for himself and wise up, will you?
Hiya, Sue. Tell me about it. He needs to get a fucking grip.
Yeah, well, she didn't hear that, but it's nice to know that you're on my side. Thanks for that. What were you saying before Sue went off on one anyway?
Nothing important. Don't worry.
Don't bullshit me. There's obviously something.
Seriously, it's nothing. Can't even remember now.
Alex, don't take the piss now, boy.
Go on. I'll talk to you later.
Times like this, I really wish I'd gone to uni. All right. Speak later, yeah? FaceTime or something?
Yeah. Talk to you later. Love you.
No. Go on. Enjoy.
Well, I'm obviously not going to go now, am I?
Don't be a knob. Just go.
I only asked because I thought you'd want to come.
Are you joking?
What?
You think I've drove half an hour after a full day at work because I never stay at yours for you to go to the pub?
All right. When you put it like that, I still be nice. Like, see the boys, you like a drink, then you.
Here he goes again. Have a pint of my meal, Sean. I'm not a fucking alky.
Come here.
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
Come here then. I don't fancy the pub anymore, you know.
Really? Why's that?
Seriously?
It's Morgan. Hi, bitch. You're on speaker. I'm with Sean.
Hi, Morg.
Shit, I haven't interrupted another sexy time, have I?
Yep. I was about to get absolutely dicked. Jokes.
You're definitely not joking, are you?
She's not joking.
I'll leave you to it.
Oh, shut up. You've ruined the moment now. Might as well have a chat whilst we're at it.
Oh, Morg, guess what I saw in Greg's earlier?
Who?
No one.
How'd he look? Like shit, I hope.
As always. I told you, Morg, I'll spark him out for you easy.
You couldn't punch me out of a paper bag, you twat. Has he said anything then?
No, I haven't spoken to him.
Good. Tinder?
Shit.
As always.
Yeah, you don't want to be on that. Alex was telling me he's dry lately. Not that I would know, obviously.
Yeah, you better not know. I'll chop your dick off.
I just got off the phone with Alex, who was going off on one again.
What a woman!
He was saying he wishes he went to uni now.
Well, obviously. He's kind of friends when we're not around. Don't know what he does with himself.
I reckon he'll go next year.
Do you reckon? Leave this shithole, or I do hope so.
Be good for him.
I can't wait to get back.
I bet it's shit being back here, isn't it?
Shit, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, God, did you see what he put on his story the other day? It was something like, you have to let go of the things that are holding you back in order to grow. Something rank like that. What a cunt.
He's not a cunt.
He is a cunt.
She's not a bad person.
You've got to be joking.
She might not be a bad person. You got to admit, he's bad for you, Mog.
Maybe.
There's no maybe about it, Morg. Come on. He's changed. You must see that.
Yeah, I said that. He has changed.
So what's stopping you?
Like, how am I meant to get over him when he doesn't exist anymore? Like, I can't say this to Alex, but like, it's like he fucking died, and I'm trying to get over that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that to Alex. But I wouldn't want to be in your shoes either.
Surely that's easier though, like nothing tempting you back?
I don't know. Like, I'm missing someone who doesn't exist but isn't dead. Like, how much of a headfuck is that?
It's shit.
I'll call you later. Go get dicked, girl.
We love you.
Love you both.
I'll organise something for us to do soon. All of us. I'll text Alex, get him out of his room. Bye. Love you.
Ta, love you.
Love you.
She deserves so much better. Fuck's sake. I don't know how you can wake up one morning and not be in love with someone anymore. She's fucking broken, John. I don't know what to do.
I know, babe. Come here. We've just got to be there for it.
You better not do that to me, or I will chop your dick off. And you know that.
Why do you think I'm still here?
I wouldn't say it's addictive, but like, you know what I mean? When you have nothing else, especially around here, it's there for you. But I wouldn't say I'm addicted. I could go a day without it if I really wanted to. Doesn't bother me. Actually, just check, just in case. It's quite bad when you think about it. I try not to think about it because, to tell you the truth, when I do think about it, I just end up in this massive rabbit hole. You know, one of those 3 AM YouTube video rabbit holes, but in real life. It's fucking petrifying. You know those girls that can live without it? Those girls that have got enough that, oh, what's that word? Enough, self-worth. That's what I want. Sometimes I pretend that I am one of those girls and I'll delete Instagram and I'll delete Snapchat and I'll feel fucking amazing. Yeah, for like half an hour. Because that's all my tiny little brain can deal with. Then I re-download the apps and I pretend like nothing's happened. Sometimes I just want to, once and for all. I could have, would have, I should have. But then what the fuck would I do? I'd probably cry. Isn't it mad though? Like, you get one life, and this is how I'm choosing to live it. I cry because my boyfriend doesn't post me on his Instagram story. I delete photos of myself if I don't think that I'm good enough. That's not me. That is not me.
I know so many people that think like this, and when I proper think about it, it just what does it mean? Like, why am I doing this to myself? Because it's not me. It's not me. It's this world. This world, it's fucked. This world is fucked. And there it goes again. That's the black hole, by the way. And it is messing with my head. It's like it goes round in circles. And I am done. I'm so done.
Oh, fuck off!
You gonna come back then?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure.
Oh, come on, man. Without something salty, we do miss having you there.
I bet you do. You haven't won a game since I left, have you?
I know we don't talk about it, but like, it'd be nice to have you back.
I know. And trust me, I do want to come back. It's just awkward.
How do you mean?
No one will know what to say to me.
I'm sure they will.
They won't, Sean. It'll just be awkward and people get all weird about it.
Even if they are weird about it, you can't just pretend like nothing's changed. Look, the sooner you come back, the sooner things go back to normal.
Maybe I'll come back for next season, yeah?
You said that about last season.
Fuck off.
Was I ever weird with you?
What?
You said people get weird about it. Was I ever weird with you?
Well, not really. Like, you're alright compared to some people.
What do you mean?
Well, some people can't even say the word dad around me, like I'm going to go and fucking combust or something just because they say the word dad. Or if I mention him in conversation, you know, they give me this really fucking patronizing look and they're all like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, they're going to go off and cry when it's my dad who's fucking dead.
Sorry.
Don't be weird.
Fuck. Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Sorry, I'm sorry for saying...
Fucking, you're all right. You still train on Sundays?
Yeah. I don't know what this means. Like, it's a piece of paper, but like, what do I do with it? Right? What do I don't even know. ACEs stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences. These experiences can include things like physical and emotional abuse, neglect, caregiver mental illness, and household violence. It's not exactly clear though, is it? Full. That's my score, in case any were wondering. After doing a quiz I did. Doesn't seem too bad, does it? Full. Maybe I should just leave it. Full, I'm sure I got more than that. Like, my childhood wasn't. It was alright. I know people have gone through so much worse, so why am I struggling? 4 just seems really fucking low, doesn't it? She was asking loads of questions. Too many. But I suppose it is a job. Can't judge. I just sat there, looked straight through her, like she wasn't even there. my eyes glazed over, stinging in that painful place where like you're gonna cry and it's right there, but you just don't. Like you can't. Maybe if I'd cried, I'd got a 5, not a 4. ACEs are common. About 61% of adults surveyed across 25 states reported they'd experienced at least one type of ACE, and nearly 1 in 6 reported they experienced 4 or more types of ACEs. I'd never heard of ACEs before now. I still don't fully get it. She said there's loads of stuff online. I should probably watch a video on it or something. It was one of the boys in football that suggested it to me. At first I wasn't sure, but then he told me it was free, so I thought, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? Got a free cup of tea out of it too. She asked me, actually I can't remember exactly what she asked me, but it was along the lines of, what's going on? And at first I was like, no, I'm fine, chat. But I thought, I've spent £3.60 on parking, let's not waste both of our times. So I told her everything. It's like these words have been stuck in my brain and they just came flooding out. She said it was probably to do with the fact that my parents got divorced when I was 15. Something about needing stability at that age, and I just didn't have any of it. I don't feel sorry for myself or anything, it's just, it's nice to have someone to listen to. I'd give it 5 stars on TripAdvisor if I could. Nah. But no seriousness. I know it sounds really fucking naff, but like, nobody ever asks me if I'm alright. Or my opinion. Or anything, really. My parents got divorced when I was 15, yeah. Like I wasn't young and naive enough to not know there was something going on, but also not like old and clued up enough to know how to deal with it. I think sometimes my parents forgot I was a kid, like. Obviously, they had their own stuff going on, and I love my parents, I really do. But no one ever asked me if I was alright. And if they did, it was in that fucking patronising sort of way, which is probably why I get this closed book thing from. I think I get it now. This whole ACEs thing, how stuff follows you from your childhood. It's hard to explain, maybe like a circle or something. Yeah. I get it now. Fuck me, I'm clever.
Quick, someone's coming. Every time.
Where the fuck is he? Said he was here like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's at least a 15-minute drive.
Sad that he wasn't there. And Alex, it would have been nice, all 4 of us.
At least he's given us a lift, though. McDonald's on the way home?
Goes without saying, absolutely, yes.
How is he, anyway?
Who?
Sean.
What do you mean?
You know, with the whole counsellor thing.
Counsellor thing?
Yeah, he's been going...
What are you on about? Morgan?
I think you should ask him. Sorry, I didn't...
What the fuck? Just tell Morgan, he obviously doesn't want me to know.
I can't, it's not my place. Where is he? It's surely been 15 minutes.
Why the fuck does he need to go to a counsellor for? He's fine. He is fine, right, Morgan? Just tell me he's fine.
I don't know.
Is it me? Have I done something?
No, Hannah, it's nothing to do with you.
Just tell me then.
I can't.
Why would he tell you and not me?
I don't fucking know. Ask him.
I fucking will.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, why the fuck did he go to a counsellor for?
He's okay, Hannah. I promise you, he's all right. I'll tell him I slipped up. It'll be fine. He probably just didn't want to stress you out.
I want to be there for him. Why won't he let me?
And Hannah, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you too. He's on the corner by Tina's.
Are you going to say anything?
I don't know.
I'm not sure whether to keep it or not. I could burn it. Actually, no, I can't do that just in case we... No, we're not getting back together. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, just in case. I don't even know. I kind of want to keep it, you know? Just in case. But I kind of want to throw out everything that reminds me of him. But that's too much effort. Everything reminds me of him. Just annoying, really. Like, one day I can talk about him fine, you know, and then the next I just crash. Like, I really need him sometimes, you know? Well, I think I need him anyway. I'm just used to needing him. My own head's playing tricks on me. Fuck's sake. This was a couple of days before he, you know, ended things. My dad booked us a meal out to celebrate. We've been together 2 years. Fucking expensive too. That's the most annoying thing. Like, you could have ended things a couple of days earlier so you didn't get a free meal out on us. I really don't get it. We were so happy. Well, I thought we were. This is... what's one of my favourite pictures of us. I remember thinking, wow, we've grown so much in 2 years and we're only going to grow more. Little did I know he wanted none of that. I really thought he was the one. I feel like a bit of a dick now. And do you know what the most fucking annoying thing is? He's everywhere. I try my best, you know, like I'm having a really good day and then bam, something reminds me of him. Someone says, oh, what's your favourite song? And I'm like, Dreams, Fleetwood Mac, easy. And then I remember that that's not my favourite song. It's fucking his. That's a nice top. Where's it from? Can't really remember. Lies, yes I fucking can remember. He bought it me from a cute little vintage shop in London when we went up for a getaway. Anyone says anything and I'm like, yeah, he says that. He likes that. He'd want that. Everything is his. I don't have anything that's me anymore. Nothing. It's all us. I can't even have my own favourite fucking song. For fuck's sake. And it never stops. It's like a fucking, but not so neat. You know? It's messy and I just want it to stop. I just want my own favourite fucking song.
Can you take some pictures of me? The ones that Sean took are shit.
Alright. This should be alright, yeah?
Thanks, darling. You heard off Morg?
Last I heard, she said she really wasn't feeling it today.
The one time we're all free, she doesn't turn up. She was feeling able to turn on a pint though, bless her.
I told her from the start. I told her she was a bad egg. Red flags.
Yeah, but when you're in love, you don't see that sort of shit. You know what she's like. She always sees the good in people. Morgan's a fixer and she always has been.
Where's Sean? He's coming, yeah?
Yeah, just in one of those sessions.
Oh, how's it going?
Really good, actually. He's definitely talking to me more, which is lovely. Maybe we should try him. They might be good for you. I can get him to send you the link.
Oh, here he is. Better late than never, eh?
I fucking right.
Fucking hell. He's meant to stay at mine tonight. Great.
Double parked, are you?
Celebrating, man.
Celebrating fucking what?
Life.
It's been nearly 2 years. You'd think I'd be able to pick up a fucking necklace by now. Chain. Sorry, he didn't like it when I called it a necklace. Thought it sounded too girly. As if calling it a necklace made it more manly. I don't believe in ghosts or spirits, right? No, don't look at me like that. Like, I genuinely don't, but I'm scared of it. Look, bear with me. Look, I know that sounds... Well, it sounds fucking stupid, but it hurts just to touch it. I fucking hate it. And every time my mum has one of her episodes where she thinks that if she catches the thing long enough and then she leaves it out and fucking asks me to put it away again, this happens. I spent an hour just looking at it earlier, psyching myself up to touch a fucking chain. It's hardly ideal, is it? Hi, I'm Alex, I'm 19 and I'm scared of a fucking silver chain. Could put that in my Tinder bio. He'd love that, my dad. He was one of those kind of people, you know, it was like, if you don't laugh, you'll cry kind of people. He'd love me using the death for a laugh. All right, that sounded a lot better in my head. But, you know, sometimes you've just got to laugh and, you know, you just sort of, you know, it's hard to explain. If you know, you know, I guess. Oh, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just procrastinating now that it's still there. Fuck it. No. No. I'm boring myself now. I've got to do it, haven't I? All right. I always feel like weird at this point. I feel like I'm stuck in the middle. I could hold it and never let go, carry it around me in my pocket forever and remember him like with him like this. Or I could just put it back in its little box and wait for this to happen all over again in a month or so, which it undoubtedly will. And it's always like that. I always just put it back in its box and try to forget about it, but it never works. I mean, when will this not be a thing? When will I not feel ever so slightly broken? And that's on a good day. I couldn't even pick it up earlier. I mean, look at me. I honestly couldn't tell you if it's gotten better or worse over time. You know, sometimes I think life is good, you know? The world keeps moving and you've got to keep moving with it. But then some days all I want to do is just find one of his old shirts and smell it so hard until it smells of him, or I can convince myself that it smells of him. It's a bit shit, really. The minute you start to think that it's only up from here, something knocks you so far back down. There's nothing you can do, really. You just got to keep doing. And it's like he used to say, there's always brighter days. And I like to believe that. I use the word circle a lot. Nothing ever happens just once. It's hard work, but you do it. And I'll be glad I did one day. Oh, I'm scared of a fucking chain, for fuck's sake.
This is nice.
Yeah.
I love our little circle.
Come here, you soppy bastard.
Six months ago, you didn't show up. Why not?
Don't know. I guess. Redemption! Well, seriously though, I mean, all I could think of were cliches and hollow promises before I said anything, so I didn't.
Even as a pretentious wanker, you sucked. Last time you didn't even freaking send a dramatic text. Or anything. Fucking hurt. Deeply. I was worried about you on top of everything. When I heard where you'd gone, I didn't expect it.
I know, I apologise for not, being there. But I guess I'm sorry.
If you have something to say, spit it out. If you don't waste my time. Even now, I still want you to say the right thing. But you never ever do. I don't understand you.
It's why you love me.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Just so we're clear, I'm both in therapy now and working with my mom, posh friend's life coach. Don't ask, it was a present. So you can stop looking at me like that.
Like what?
No people that are toxic for me, no self-sabotage or senseless discussions, no anger, no sex, no screens, no solid food. I'm taking this seriously.
Sounds horrible. You turned into one of those people we used to make fun of. Are you going to become a yoga teacher? Or are you happy being a good vibes poster girl for now? Positivity Nazis and obsession to self-optimize much?
You're jealous.
Always. Or I would be if you really were.
I genuinely can't remember what it felt like to be in love with you.
Liar.
We've ruined an epic friendship.
wasn't us exactly. What happened was, well, we were never friends. Thanks for implying I'm toxic, by the way. I guess these days, if no one's called you toxic, you haven't lived.
I said toxic to me. For others, you're probably just a regular asshole. You could have been friends there. And you like assholes who feel a bit too sorry for themselves. Somehow they soothe me.
Are you paying that therapist enough?
It's a training, so it's free. I'm not very good, to be honest. I have to do most of the work myself.
Fair.
Don't give me a lecture on therapy. Not today. Friends?
Maybe we were before. But I genuinely don't think I'd have started a conversation with you if you hadn't kissed me that morning. Man, that shit was perfect.
I know. And you're the best thing that ever happened to me, and I hate it.
That's new. You saying shit you don't mean.
Do you mean it?
What? The best thing or the hate?
Both. Just not what like you. I needed
Saying
you.
that shit about growth and about growing together through the pain. It's embarrassing. It's a rationalisation you make to feel less.
You wanted to come here.
That's what she said. Literally.
Well, okay then. Sorry to disappoint your hopes on getting some. Feel free to wank while I'm in the bathroom. I don't mind. As long as it stops you looking at me like that. Like I'm the fucking solution to your problems. When we both know you're putting people on pedestals like that, because it's 80% of all of them.
Miracles do happen then.
Never heard of you showing up first.
I wasn't. Bathroom.
Crying already? After 2 minutes with you?
I knew this was a bad idea.
Oh, great. It's modern day Jesus. Saving the world with punctuality and righteous indignation. Where's your halo? Or did you leave it at the funeral?
Don't even... How fucking dare you?
Oh, your moral high ground revolts and disgusts me. You're not better than me.
I never said I was better than you.
Oh, I didn't come here to fight. Genuinely.
What did you come for then? Genuinely?
I thought so.
I got the message. I won't try anything, don't worry.
There's nothing you could try. Those times are gone.
I miss it.
I miss you.
If either of you say anything, I swear to God, not like that. Keep talking, and I'm interrupt you guys.
Wouldn't be the first time.
The shade. You have no shame.
That was the beauty of it.
We were really good together.
We still are.
You were just about to reply to what I said.
Was I?
I said, I miss you.
But you didn't have the guts to say it back in front of everyone.
Everyone.
Do you know what I mean?
I miss you. All of you. Life was perfect those 2 months. We peaked then. We all know it. Shit, I thought today was meant to be a celebration.
It is.
Sometimes I sit in the kitchen and I switch on the microwave. Nothing inside, just to hear the sound of what he makes when he was here. Shut up, both of you.
I didn't.
Your feelings are really loud.
I didn't mean to.
I know. I love you. I'm glad you came.
Me too.
Stay. Happy?
Surviving.
For a minute there, I thought it was more.
It is. Being happy is easy, surviving happiness, hard.
We are still here.
We are and we aren't. I miss us. So much.
Should I run after her?
Why?
Closure.
Unlikely.
At least we know we can be happy.
And civil and kind. Despite it all, we rise. We rise.
Do we?
Redemption?
Are we awake?
We are.
Thank the blooming Lord for that. Couple 100 years kiting this thing about is enough to do anyone in. I'm baked. Cracks are getting worse. I reckon I'm about ready for the bonfire.
'Tis nothing. Here I am, cursed to spend all my days mooning at a damn spud. Why does it enchant me so? I cannot comprehend.
Hang on a mo. I've got a new neighbour.
Where?
Where do you think? Right next to me. I can see him reflected in the window over there.
Where's that other fella got to? The one with the peculiar name?
You mean Mr. Abstract?
Aye, that was it. Strange looking creature. Ears for eyes and eyes for ears, and not a mouth to speak of, or out of.
This one's an improvement, mind. Right, handsome gentleman, smart as a carrot. He ain't moving now. What's the matter with him? Don't you know it's magic hour?
Dead, maybe?
He'd have to be alive before he gets round to dying. I'll wake him up. Oi, mister, wake up. There's a pretty lady what wants to speak with you. Ah, here he comes now.
Where the devil am I?
True, it could be the devil's work.
Gammon. This is a house blessed by God, this is. A place where the finest ladies and gentlemen come to have a gander at us. Scum too, mind, but I don't like to judge.
What? It doesn't look like a church.
'Tis a gallery, sir, where they hang people to please the masses, like the Tyburn tree, only the smell is sweeter.
Oh, an art gallery. Well, that makes sense. Wait. No, it doesn't. Am I alive?
Nah, but you is awake. If you have a nip of brandy, then best you take it, for what I'm about to say might shock you to the very core.
Dear me, that doesn't sound good. You should probably get on with it then.
You is in a painting. Very handsome one, but a painting nonetheless.
Oh, that. Old news, I'm afraid. I've known that since the day I was created. I've just never met anyone in the same situation. You see, I've been kept in darkness for quite some time. I'm not quite sure where exactly, but it smelled awfully damp. And there were rats. Yes, they were gnawing at my frame. It's a considerable improvement to be in company. So who are you, miss?
Miss! I like this one.
Beware, lest you should lose your heart to him. He may be here on loan, and that will end in naught but tears and goodbyes.
Yeah. I'm a blooming Walton nymph, ain't I, mister? Thought that was obvious.
How charming. What about you, sir?
I'm called Peasant, with a potato.
I'm Charles. Good to meet you both, even if in such unusual circumstances.
Likewise, sir. 'Tis a strange affair, to be sure, but you'll get used to it in time.
Just the one small point. How is this actually possible?
I believe it to be witchcraft.
Witchcraft, my eyes. Forgive him, sir. He comes from a less educated time than what I do.
I see. So do you have an answer?
Well, sir, I've been hanging many a fine gallery and had the privilege of gabbing with the odd philosopher or two. Voltaire, Descartes, all the clever knobs. They set their minds to this one highly perplexing question. Namely, what the bleeding hell is going on? Argued about it like they were muggies scrapping over a fish head.
And did they come to any conclusions?
Only that they don't rightly know.
Well, that's not much help.
Except this one cove I met. Now you reckon that the human soul is such a powerful thing that it can't help but leave bits of itself all over the place as it travels from womb to tomb. Try all you might, you can't get rid of it for good. Not completely.
Like shit on one's boots.
Lord in heaven above, here I am talking to a real gentleman about the human soul, that most beautiful of God's creations, and you have to go and say something like that. What's the matter with ya?
Please, go on.
Maybe when we was painted, Something of what we were was captured in the picture. Not just our appearance, I mean. Near it stayed, for good. When I say we, I mean those what did sit for the artist. I appear before you as a water nymph, but his face belonged to another. A young girl who briefly stood in the same manner as what I have for nigh on 300 years.
You mean she was a model?
I could speak of a man who many centuries ago stood in front of an artist and held a potato in his hand. Like so. He's dust now. The potato too. Come to think of it, I think he ate it for his dinner. This man of whom I speak was an actor who travelled this land with a band of poor but merry players. More poor than merry, if I'm to be truthful. Some nights a tragedy, other nights a comedy, often a mystery play.
I'll wager the only mystery being who'd want to watch the blasted things.
Hush, sinner. Alas, the plague took his companions and there were no more stories to tell. A man of lesser mettle would have spent the rest of his days weeping, wailing and cursing his poor fortune. But not this man. He stood firm, donning dirt and rags for an audience of one in a role he now plays forevermore, with a canvas for a stage.
Who painted you? Anyone well known?
You may have heard tell of him. His name was Peter Paul van der Backer.
Sorry, don't know him.
Strike me dead if you do. No one knows him. He's what is known as a minor artist.
Only to the ignorant and ill-mannered. No minor artist he, but one of the finest Flemish painters ever to live in Southampton.
Right, that's enough of his sorry tale. What are you supposed to be? Some sort of rich la-di-da toff by the looks of ya.
She means, what's your role?
I'm not playing a role. I'm me, Charles. At least I was me. Or I am me. It's rather confusing.
I sees it now. He's not playing a scene. He's one of the real ones. What he is, he is.
Such wondrous fortune. Not to wear a mask in front of the world, but to play oneself. What happiness that must be.
Fat lot of good it's done me. I'm still trapped in a painting, unable to go anywhere or to see anyone.
Oh, you'll see him all right, in their multitudes. 235 yesterday. I counted each and every blessed one of them. I ain't much of a sleeper, so I have to amuse myself in the daytime. One game I play is when I catches him looking at me, I stare back at him like this. Then I let my eyes follow him round the room. Fair gives him the collywobbles, it does. Anyways, your story, sir. Landowner, was you? Lord, perhaps?
Not quite, but I was very comfortable.
Oh, sweet heaven. What it must be to know comfort.
Quiet, you shabbaroo, let the men speak.
I had something more important than money. I had a kind and loving wife. It was she who insisted I pose for this portrait. A birthday present, I believe. Charles, I mean the real Charles, would sit in front of me for hours with a glass of brandy in his hand, gazing at me and pondering. Not quite sure what he was trying to fathom. This went on for several years until one day he stood before me in an army uniform. Still had a glass of brandy in his hand, but now the ice in the glass was rattling as though his hand were shaking. I never saw him again, until now, when I gaze upon my own reflection.
And what of your wife? That was so loving to you. So far she ain't even had a name.
Without names, what are we? There's no name beneath my image. The inscription merely reads, peasant with a potato. What good is that to anyone? Everybody but the blind can see that, can't they?
Well, what is your name?
The wife! Tell us about your wife.
Elizabeth. Yes. She would come and sit in front of me too, more so when Charles was gone, though I never saw her partake of brandy. She wept occasionally. Time must have passed, for I saw her change, watched her wither. Then she stopped coming. One day, 2 men took me off the wall and wrapped me in a dirty brown sheet, and I was plunged into darkness. Now, here I am.
'Tis the most miserable tale. Not one that would hold the attention of an audience, I fear. Where are the japes? Where are the songs and dances?
What's done is done. You're with us now, safe and happy.
I'm not sure I'm the happy sort.
Don't be blooming daft. There must have been a smile on that face sometime, even if it were only on your wedding night. We'll soon get back for you. They're a good bunch round here, all with their own stories, memories that won't leave them. Cast an eye at Gerald over there.
Which one is Gerald?
The fella hanging off the cross as if he's our Lord Jesus himself.
Ah, yes. The poor man.
I think, but despite his predicament, he's normally in good spirits. Loves it when I gives him a wave. Annie, don't expect him to wave back. Can't, on account of the nails.
He has good company too. I would rather share my canvas with a centurion than a potato. Put me on the cross if you must.
Don't be so quick to make that exchange. That centurion's awful clumsy with his spear.
Look, I'm sure everyone here is very charming. It's just going to take some getting used to, that's all. What about you, young lady? You must have a story to tell.
We have but a magic hour together, not a magic year. Best not let her start her story, for we'll all be sleeping by its end. 'Tis the guard! Everyone to their posing!
What?
Stay still, sir!
Oh, right.
Methinks that guard is beset with the plague.
Aye, but we are long beyond its reach now. Charlie boy, come out of your slumber. This young lady's got something for ya.
What?
Just a story, that's all. I'll not be long in the telling in case it vexes the fella below. The woman I was, or ram, she was born poor but lucky. She had the looks, you see, the stuff that artists dream of. Classical scenes was her thing. Your Greeks, your Romans. She laid with centaurs, danced with satyrs, was both Aphrodite and Hera. She seduced mortals one day and came back as a virgin the next. At this moment, forever, she's a water nymph. But that's just a morsel. She was so much more.
And what was her name, this lucky lady?
It was Lucy, sir. Lucy Miller.
Lucy? That's much better.
My name is
I've had all sorts of adventures, Mr. Charles. Been hanging galleries round the world. I was nicked twice, smuggled off the field of Waterloo down a soldier's trouser leg. I've moved from frame to frame, Shared a wall with kings and beggars, saints and whores. Just kept right on, not letting my troubles get me down. Do you know that I once hung in the bathroom of Napoleon Bonaparte himself?
Napoleon? Good God!
Not my finest hour, watching a little Frenchie do his business. Mind you, saw why he felt so inclined as to conquer the world. If you get my meaning. Chucked me in for some Italian sort with no eyebrows, poor mare. She was still smiling though. What else can you do?
I've hung in many a fine gallery. So grand, they make our current lodgings look like a mere piss pot. I was at the National for 6 months.
The National Gallery? That is impressive.
Don't make me laugh. You was only there because you was wrongly attributed. I cocked up. Thought you was a Bruegel. I ask you. Could have told him you weren't no Bruegel. I've met a barrel full of them.
Pray tell, harlot, why have you omitted the most heinous experience of your story?
I tells it like I want to tells it.
This young firebrand once went under the surgeon's knife, Sir Charles, in order to preserve her beauty.
Weren't my choice, were it? It was a terrible business that I don't like to speak of.
You've told everybody here.
What if I have? Doing so helps ease the burden on my soul.
You don't have to talk about it. It's fine.
I ain't ashamed. It was some years back. Ain't everything now. Here I was, hanging on me wall, minding me own business. And suddenly, out of nowhere comes this woman, charging at me like a crazed bull she was. Only a bull dressed in all its finery. In her hand was an object, gleaming like a star from heaven. I couldn't make it out at first, but then I twigged it. A knife! It were! Bloody great blade which she thrusted forward into me poor belly, slashing me from ear to ear. And a row broke out, and I was scared, Mr. Charles, I don't mind telling you. She right threw me to the wall behind you could. Thought I was done for, only fit for the fire. Somebody must have loved me though, for they carted me off to the surgeon for what they called restoration. Took them a good few months, but nah, well, you could hardly see a scratch. Don't know why she did it. Really, I don't. I never meant to upset anyone. Always been a good girl, always tasteful. Never done any of the mucky stuff. I mean, I've been in galleries where it's like Sodom and Gomorrah, buppies and buns everywhere. But that ain't me. Some people, though, they likes to make up their mind just by looking at me. It's the same for Lucy Miller and them artists, you know. Dirty buggers. Thinking they could have what weren't on offer. Putting her hands where they didn't belong, stroking her hair, touching. She did not stand for it, though. Not Lucy Miller. She would not have it. She'd say to him, "Come near me again and you'll be pulling your brushes from out your arsehole." She was a brave girl, you see. Very brave girl. Hark at me, though, going on. Said I wouldn't be long.
It was a long time ago. Best you let it go.
Long time ago it may be. Time won't put it right. Still here. ain't it? Can't let that go. It's me curse.
I'm sorry for what happened to you. Look.
No need to fret, Mr. Charles.
Please. It's just Charles. Charles Maybury.
Maybury? Now that's a name I've heard before.
Of course you have, you great fool. That's what this place is called, ain't it? The Maybury Gallery. Well, that explains it, don't it?
Explains what?
Why you're here, hanging out with the likes of us. Hang on a mo. Read them words. One's written below you. Read them in the glass.
Oh, right. I'll try. Hang on. They're backwards.
Well, of course they're blooming backwards. God, I thought you was an educated gentleman.
Charles Maybury, 1890 to 1916. Oh dear, that wasn't long. And there's something I can't quite make out. Whose legacy led to the founding of this gallery?
What does that mean, pray?
What do you think it means? It's his flipping gallery, ain't it? They built the place with the money he left behind.
So he is our Lord and Master?
I'm no one's Lord and Master.
Nah, he's more like our landlord. Praise be, Charlie boy, you bought us board and lodgings, even though you're dead.
You are most kind, sir.
Gosh, that's quite marvellous, isn't it? I left something of worth behind, it seems. My own art gallery.
Even the Grim Reaper himself couldn't stop you doing good.
So what happens now? Is this it? We hang around, watch the world and have the occasional chat?
That's a lot. Aye.
For all eternity?
Blowed if I know about eternity. Suppose we'll find out when it's over.
Everything. Being creative means everything to me.
To me, being creative is thinking outside the box and doing what makes your heart and soul happy.
For me, it's hugely about freedom. It's about expression.
So, to me, being creative is about synthesis.
Being creative to me is a lifeline.
So for me, creativity really is about portraying a message and getting it across in what some would consider a less traditional way.
It's part of my everyday life. It's part of what I do for my career, my job, not just as an actress and a director and a writer, but also as a teacher, and encouraging everyone that I come across in life to use being creative, use creativity for all aspects of life. So it's everything. It's everything. And I've seen people change and grow so much because of it. So no matter how hard things are, I know that if I can be creative, then I know that I'll be okay.
And also working within constraints, because I think working within set parameters and within boundaries actually creates the perfect conditions for creativity.
Being creative, I think, allows us to connect with people without just talking, without doing the day-to-day sort of stuff. It allows us to tell stories and hear voices that we might not hear every day, and tell these amazing stories that we wouldn't have the opportunity to tell if it wasn't for creative outputs.
Ultimately, as creatives, we are storytellers, you know, and a storyteller's job is to take something that's hard or sad or overwhelming and turn that into something beautiful, whether through visual art, performance art, dance, poetry, whatever.
It's being able to have a vision and bringing that to life, basically.
And it's my passion. It's about my passions. It's where my passion comes from. I think being able to be creative offers me a freedom, and it offers me opportunities to express myself in ways that potentially I might not be able to do in an everyday job or an everyday role.
Being creative is like fulfilling my role, you know, experimenting with my soul and my identity and everything that means.
Welcome!
What is this?
Oh, isn't she sweet?
Where do you think you are?
A Zoom quiz?
A Zoom quiz? She's a delight. That really would be diabolical.
With complete strangers?
Zoom roulette.
There's no such thing.
Well, I mean, there could be now. How long have we been here?
Oh, my dear Jen. It could be an hour, a week, a month. Who knows in the nothing?
Eddie, how long do you think it's been?
Endless, Jen, endless.
Oh, don't scare the poor girl, you stick in the mud.
I'm sorry, what is this?
What's the last thing you can remember?
What?
Before you got here, what's the last thing that you can remember?
I'm not sure.
Well, try.
Oh, leave her alone, she's confused. You were much worse when you got here.
I'm not sure.
Well, this might help you out. Rupert?
Scuba diving.
Hospital.
In bed with 3 women.
You're repulsive.
I remember riding my bike. Do you mean with...
As a doornail.
No, that can't be right.
I'm afraid it is, sweetheart.
No, there must be some kind of way out of here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. I shouldn't be here.
She's freaking out.
It's okay,
Jen?
sweetheart. It's okay. Rupert, You were the first. How were you?
Well, you know me, Jen. I took it on the chin most sportingly. No. I just closed my eyes and thought of the Queen. I'm too young and handsome.
Of course you did.
Just relax. Just breathe. It's okay. We're all here together. What's your name?
Kate.
Kate. I'm Jen. That's Eddie. And that delightful man is Rupert.
How do we get out of here?
Well, charmed to meet you as well, Kate. It's actually surprisingly straightforward. You simply need to understand.
Understand what?
Where you deserve to go next.
Where are we now?
This is the nothing. It's nothing. Isn't anything, really. Nothing interesting happens here, nothing exciting. You can see the other people in their little boxes, but you can't touch them, you can't feel them or smell them. They're there, but they're just out of reach. You can almost trick yourself into thinking they're right next to you, but they're not, because inside your box it is just you.
Oh, shut your miserable face!
What happens after here?
Well, you could go to the wonderful.
What's the wonderful?
Oh, the wonderful. My goodness, it's wonderful.
Think of the most wonderful place that you can imagine.
Yeah?
That's the wonderful.
Wow.
You gonna tell her about the other place?
Don't make me come in there, Eddie.
What's the other place?
She doesn't need to know about the other place.
She needs to know.
Well, I'm not going to listen.
Think of the worst place you can possibly imagine.
Do we have to do this now?
She needs to know. The worst place?
Yeah.
Well, times it by 1,000 and you're not even close. That's the diabolical.
I've heard them say the diabolical is complete darkness, with people poking you in the caboose.
It's a Friday night for you, isn't it, Rupert?
Eddie! Often a Thursday night too. We do have some fun in the nothing, as fleeting as Eddie might have you believe it to be.
How do we go back?
Oh, you can't go back.
But I need to.
Well, I need some fresh mint if I'm to make myself a mojito, but that's not going to happen either, Kate.
You don't understand. I just have to go back. How do we go back?
If we knew that, do you think we'd really be here?
Well, I'd rather be here than back in hospital.
You were in hospital?
Adamantinoma. It's a very rare bone disease. Lucky me. No, I'm not going back. Not again. I don't want to see my family staring at me laying there, trying to pretend that everything's okay. And we all know it's not okay, but everyone's too polite to say. Saying, we love you and see you tomorrow, and who knows. Then waiting up beside my bed all night, waiting for the inevitable that we all know is coming. We don't know when, but it is coming. No, I need to go to the next place. Done my suffering.
Jen.
It's fine, I'm fine. We're all fine.
If we can't go back, how do we go to the next place?
Ah, well, that's the tricky part. It sounds simple. You just have to understand why.
Why what?
Why you deserve to go to wherever you're going to go next.
The wonderful, wonderful.
Or the diabolical.
We can't leave the nothing until we understand. And it's different for each of us.
Some people leave the nothing immediately. No fuss, no muss, they just get it.
The ones who don't.
You're looking at them.
Welcome!
What happened there?
A blackout.
You don't sleep in a nothing.
It's a bit like a real Zoom call, when everybody gets tired and bored of each other.
Or refreshes and starts again.
It's a little like sleeping here, but not really.
Well, it sometimes happens when people understand. The call refreshes and then poof, they're gone.
And you don't know where?
We have an idea.
But we don't know.
But you've seen it happen.
Oh, goddess.
Frank, Janice, Miguel.
Beatrice, Adam, Arthur.
Linda, Consuela, Marcy.
And you don't know where they go?
Not exactly.
Then how do you know that they didn't go back?
Did you meet many zombies in your last life, Kate?
I know, but...
No, did you meet a zombie?
Well, no, but...
So you don't go back.
But you don't
There's
really
no
know
going
where
back.
anyone goes. You don't know where anyone goes.
I have a good idea.
We don't know, Kate.
Rupert, we've been here long enough to know that you don't go back.
You don't know that. You can pretend you know it all, but you're just as scared as me.
I'm going to get some air.
What's his problem?
No. It tells a different story every time a new person gets here.
This time it was 3 naked ladies. Last time it was bungee jumping.
June buggy riding, drinking contest.
He was doing a magic trick that went wrong. It's different every time.
Why?
We don't know.
Rupert, what do you remember?
Oh, there's not much to tell. I just got married to the most wonderful man I'd ever met.
Christian was his name.
Have you ever been with someone and you can't imagine what life would have been like before them or what it could be like after them?
Yeah.
That was Christian. I never believed in soulmates or the one. Then there was Christian.
And what happened?
We were on our honeymoon.
Barbados.
Christian thought it was a good idea to go scuba diving. I wasn't sure, but you do crazy things when you're in love. We were going deeper and deeper into the water. Then I think my oxygen tank must have been faulty. I couldn't breathe. I start to panic. In my panic state, I bash my head on a nearby rock and wake up here.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm one of the lucky ones. Not everybody gets to finish their last life with their soulmate. I just hope I didn't soil myself on the way out.
That's why I need to go back.
You think you soiled yourself? Even if you did, it's too late now.
No, the other stuff that you said.
Scuba diving in Barbados. What are the chances?
No, I was going to...
To what, sweetheart?
You can't go back. There's no going back.
Here's our ray of sunshine, back from his weekly constitutional.
You can't go back, because if you could go back, I'd have already done it by now.
What makes you so sure?
Because this place right here is my diabolical.
Jen, where's Jen?
Jen's gone, Rupert.
But where?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
No, she can't go. She can't go there without me.
You don't know her.
Yes, I do.
You don't. You didn't know her family before this or her friends. You didn't know her life. You knew a box.
Kate, if you'd excuse me for a moment.
What's your problem?
Don't start with me, Kate.
No, I want to know what happened to you.
I was in a hot air balloon.
That's a lie.
What does it matter?
Because I want to know why you like this.
I don't want to talk about it.
If your purpose here is to make everyone else miserable, you're doing a fantastic job.
Maybe it is.
You said this place was your diabolical.
The figure of speech.
No, it wasn't. Ugh.
Just drop it.
Why won't you tell me, Eddie?
There's
What
nothing
happened?
to just
What
drop it.
happened, Eddie? Just tell me what happened. Why won't you tell me?
Nothing
Eddie, what happened? Just tell me. What can be that bad? What happened to you?
I happened. I'm the reason I'm here, okay? You happy?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm the reason I'm here. I tied the rope, I kicked the chair. Does that fill your quota? This is my diabolical Kate. I'm not going to the wonderful. Whatever happens, I'm not going there.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. This is my punishment. After 10 years, the love of my life told me she didn't want to be with me anymore. She moved on, Kate. She got a new life, a husband, a kid. And what did I get?
I don't know.
I tell you what I got. I got a studio apartment above a kebab shop and a job no one could possibly like. So I did what anyone else would have done. And now I've got to spend eternity just with whoever else just shows up. Watching and waiting for people to go to the next life. To see all the good people go to the wonderful. Jen, Marcy, Miguel, I'm sure Rupert will be next, but not me. Because guess what, Kate? Not everyone in life wins.
I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as I am.
Kate, you never told us what happened with you.
Not important.
And of course it is. We're in this together.
Doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You were riding your bike and...
It's silly.
No, it isn't. I'd like to know. Truly, I would.
I had decided to do something, but it's stupid.
Well, it sounds like you'd given it some thought.
I didn't even get the chance to do it because I ended up here, so it doesn't matter anyway.
If it matters to you, it matters.
I was going to tell my best friend.
Tell them what?
That I love them. That I've always loved them. And I always will love them. But it doesn't matter now because I won't get the chance.
Oh, Kate, I'm so sorry. But I'm sure they knew. Deep down, they must have known.
I don't understand this place.
Nor do any of us, Kate.
Because you keep saying that we need to understand, that we need to know why, and that knowledge is what's going to take us to the next life. But the only thing I know is them, and the only life I want to be in is with them, and that life isn't the next one, it's the last one. They are my everything. And that's the only life that makes sense to me. And the only one I understand.
Watch where you're going, I could have killed you! Oi, what do you want to do about this bike?
Hi, Lauren. Hi.
Hi, Judy. How are you?
Okay. Are you?
Yes, yes,
You're
very
right.
well. It's lovely
Very
to
good.
see you. And how are things
All
with
right.
you?
Well, all right, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so bizarre, isn't it? You don't know what's going to happen.
That's it. Yeah. And thank you so much for giving up some time. I know that you're
Not
very
at all.
busy.
Not at all.
The main reason I wanted to get in touch is to just voice an emerging creatives project that I've started. And, as emerging creatives, we really look up to,
Are they people who are about to just finish, who are finishing training and going into the business?
Yes.
I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And we really do look up to artists such as yourself who have got such powerful voices within theatre.
There's nothing much we can do there.
I know.
As you can see.
Yeah. I watched your interview that you did with Channel 4, voicing your concerns about theatre. I mean,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about it now with what's...
I feel the same, darling. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Mm.
Until they make their mind up. And it's no good saying all this will be over at Christmas and saying, oh, yes, well, wait till the cold weather comes.
Yeah.
We're going to all be locked down again. I mean, what does that mean?
Yeah, I know. It's so difficult. And I know that you've had to change your way of working as well. I've seen the work that you've been doing with Staged with Michael Sheen and David Tennant.
That's very unnerving.
Yeah.
Very unnerving.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyway.
what challenges have you had to face with working virtually now?
Well, just that. I mean, that it's, my eyesight, for instance, is terrible. So I can't see. I can't see at all. Therefore, it's very unnerving to look at a screen and everyone's looking at you. That never happens on stage. They're never looking at you. They're always looking at other, other things. Rarely if a lot of actors look at you. And it's very unnerving, that.
Yeah.
But still. And I don't like seeing myself in any form. So I don't like that at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway.
We're not TV actors and directors, we're theatre.
Yes.
We're having to work with screens and,
Well, we're having to do anything we can.
Yeah.
Anything we can.
Yeah.
In order to create some kind of life for ourselves, apart from, but so that we don't go crazy. And it's very good to learn things, Yeah. I tried to learn the sonnets during the lockdown. I got to about 9, and as you know, 154.
Yeah.
I got a bit of time to go.
Yeah, I mean, similarly with emerging creatives, there's been help for freelance now, thankfully, but we fall into this gap between education and working freelance, that there just isn't anything there for us.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a desperate situation, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the answer is, because we've never been in this position before.
Yeah. I mean, I hopefully there's a shed of hope. So I have 150 emerging creatives involved in a project called it SHOWFACE Festival, and it's a virtual theatre festival.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Original writing.
Yeah, so we have emerging writers. Yeah. Yeah, so now the emerging writers have submitted their scripts. They've now been sent to the emerging actors and directors and the designers as well. We've got designers involved.
When you say emerging, do you mean people who haven't actually done anything yet?
Well, it's a strange term.
I've never heard it before.
I mean, some people class it as not having worked main house productions yet, or, I mean, for me, it's people who are coming out of education and training.
Just about finishing, students who are just finishing and coming into the business.
Yeah.
Oh, it's desperate. It's desperate.
Yes.
It's desperate. Because the thing I've always said to everybody is, if you want to be an actor in the theatre, go and see as many things as you can. Well, of course, there is no opportunity to see things now.
Yeah.
How do you do the next step? Yeah.
I mean, how do we get that training? What happens to us creatives who it's not there for?
I don't know. And I don't know where you see it to learn anything. You can learn from watching things and saying, oh, yes, I like the way they do this, or I don't like the way they do that. And that's the way you kind of inform yourself. But if it's not happening, I don't see how you, I don't see what the next step is, other than the wonderful thing about the lockdown is that it's made people fantastically creative and wanting to do things. You know, Michael Sheen and David Tennant were going to do 6 characters in search of an author. That's how it came about. Then they decided to do it, which is a wonderfully original and funny, quirky kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, and lovely to be part of. But it has made people imaginative, and you know, I just love that. It's made people do things and think about new ways of doing things. And if there's anything to be said for it, then that is one of the things that is good.
Yeah. And I mean, networking has become a lot easier. You know, you can just have a Zoom conversation with people from, you know, from everywhere. And that's what we've found, you know, because we have creatives from America and all over involved in the project. And, you know, without this virtual platform, we possibly couldn't have done that, you know.
I know nothing about it. I've never ever done any of it. It's only Sammy, my grandson, who got me involved in TikTok and and dancing and you know, things that I'd never dreamt of doing.
Yeah,
never dreamt of it. Of course, it is a way of, you know, and I suddenly learnt on my laptop thing that of course you can FaceTime people, and that saved the day.
Yeah.
In lockdown when you can't see anybody.
Yeah,
no.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, do you have any advice for emerging creatives trying to make it in this time, this unknown world that we're living in? Because
of the situation we find ourselves in, try and find a way through social media, find a way of communicating something or writing something of your own, or what other way is there? So the greater your imagination, the more somehow you can have some kind of idea about doing or write something, or I mean, I don't know, you know more about this than I do, Lauren, because I don't know about social media at all, except for doing TikTok with Sammy. That's all I know. But thank goodness that at least it's a way of communicating with people.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and that's what we hope to do with SHOWFACE Festival, is we've created a platform for people to talk, you know, and share how they're feeling.
That's good.
Yeah, and showcase work, you know, and keep creative.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of enormous kind of online Edinburgh Festival.
Similar. Yes, yeah.
Where you get everything. I remember once being at Edinburgh at the festival when 2 people were doing a play in a car. They were in the front seats, and so you could have 2 people in the audience or 2 people and a very small person in the back as the audience. But you know, that kind of imagination is incredible, but it's the kind of thing we're pushed to now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because what else do you do? The thing is to not give up. And don't stop being enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
You know, try and see as much that other people are doing. So somehow, you know, you get an idea, and from that you can go on to something else.
Yeah.
But it is depressing.
It is. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, and that's why projects such as this, I hope, you know, reach an audience and spread the message that we're still here. You know, and
everybody's in the same boat. That in a way is a comfort, because you think at least there's this huge company of actors and directors and all sorts of people who are all in a similar boat and trying to find a way, and that way there might well be a way to find. Yeah. That's all, you know, we're not alone. We're all of us in the same boat. So that at least is, I suppose, some comfort.
Yeah, definitely.
Desperate.
Yeah, it is. But I hope we'll get through it, and you know, we will return, you know, and we'll be stronger than ever. I do believe that. I think when we do come back, it will be.
Well, I hope so. We must be optimistic about it, though it's hard.
Yeah.
But well done for organising it. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really good.
And I'm hoping to keep engaging. So I'm running projects alongside the festival because I appreciate that all aspects of theatre has been affected.
Good.
From
Yes. Well, quite.
Yeah.
I mean, the stage doorman, for instance, what's he doing?
Exactly.
And all those people who make wigs, people who do the lighting. I mean, all the stage management, everybody is affected.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. So I hope that through these projects as well that we can, keep creative and share work. And then you've got those contacts then, so that when we can make work, hopefully...
Then you can at least as a shortcut to people. Quite. Well, it's good. It's very good that you're so enthusiastic. That's what we've got to keep up, our level of enthusiasm.
Yes, definitely.
Wanting to do it and wanting to try any way we can.
Yeah.
And keep on doing it as much as we can.
Well, thank you so much for giving up.
Not at all. Not at all, Lauren. It's very nice to see you. That great mass of people you've got behind you or with you. That's really good.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Okay. Thank you so much, Judy.
Not at all.
See you
Bye.
soon.
You. It's you. No. No, you're gone. You're not really here, are you? You can't be. I thought I lost you. I don't know you anymore. I didn't. I don't. I promised myself I wouldn't know you anymore, and I was happy. I was happy not knowing. I'm home. Hey!
Have you eaten yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm going to start on dinner. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay. Do you know how long it's been? Do you know how hard I have tried to get rid of you? It's taken me years, and then you just decide you can crawl back in and... Doesn't matter. You're here. Obviously. You're still here. If I'm honest, I thought I felt you weeks ago. Caught you staring out the window. You were using my eyes. You were looking at the road, at my car. You were seeing if there was someone inside. The thought of you made my skin crawl. I felt sick. I couldn't work out why, but I liked it. I hated how much I liked it. I wanted to close my eyes and stop you looking, but I couldn't. I kept finding you in the spaces between the clothes in my wardrobe, in my phone calls, in my new perfume. And last night, I wouldn't admit it, but I found you in my bed. And your arms were longer than I remembered. Your body was small, smooth. I felt like a child again, being held by you. I hated feeling like a child, and you knew that. I'd scream at you for infantilizing me. But this time, you wrapped yourself around me. You held me so tight, I almost forgot you were there. You made it feel safe.
Do you want a cup of tea? Can you hear me?
But you're a dead thing, aren't you? I killed you. I thought that by moving on I would kill the memory of you. I thought that was what I wanted.
Are you all right?
Maybe I feel I'm missing something.
Are you talking to someone?
Do you remember when we used to go stargazing? Running to the top of the hill with blankets. You having to keep me distracted by telling me about your favourite film that week, in case I had an existential panic. You were always good at that. I couldn't articulate it then, but you didn't need me to. You got it. I was always grateful for that. I worked out what it was in the end. It took me a while, but it's not that I felt small looking up at the sky. I never minded that. What I minded was... That sounds so stupid. The stars are too close to forever. I was always afraid of forever. It's not right for a child to start considering death when they look at space, is it? I remember when I was 7, looking out my window at night and suddenly seeing the stars made me realise I was going to die. Every time I closed my eyes, I would cry because all of a sudden sleep and death were the same to me. Did I ever tell you that? I remember that holiday when we went to the countryside because we heard that the sky went pink because there was no light pollution. But remember, you laughed at me because it took me 2 days to look at it. We stood in the field and we sang shit songs together. We made the night into a stage, and all the stars were like lights from people's phones in the audience. And do you remember what you told me? You said the pink, the gases we could see in the Milky Way, you said they were like a soft blanket across the nothingness, like a bed I never thought of the sky, of the night, like something that would comfort me until then. You made what I'd hated somehow feel safe. You did the same last night. Why that memory? Why did you make me think of that? I mean, how do I know it's even real? What if I've put it there on purpose? What if you put it... You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have... You shouldn't have come back. You should have stayed dead. Like I said you were. I don't want you here.
Everything all right? Are you okay?
Please, just leave me alone. I miss you so much. I don't want to have to miss you anymore. Please don't come in.
I won't. I won't. You all right?
Yeah, I just dropped something.
Were you talking to someone?
What?
I thought I heard you talking to someone.
Oh.
It wasn't...
No.
I've been noticing. You look tired, you're getting up late, you're out all night. You're almost never home. And I didn't want to say anything because I know it's not my place. But maybe you need someone. If there's anything I can do, you just let me know. I'll be here. I'm always here. I'll be in the kitchen. Let me know if you need anything.
Could you make me a tea?
Of course I can. Do you want me to bring it in?
No, I'll come out.
Cool.
I look a right mess though.
You say that like I mind.
Just give me a moment, okay?
No worries.
SHOWFACE is a self-funded, not-for-profit project which relies entirely on donations to keep the festival running. So if you're enjoying what you're watching today, please donate to us emerging creatives for the price of a coffee. You can donate to the SHOWFACE coffee page following the link in the description, where all money will go towards the running and platforming of this festival. You can also donate to the individual coffee pages for each performance, so all of the emerging creatives you see can get paid for their hard work. We also have fantastic SHOWFACE merchandise. For £15 you can buy a beautiful Protect the Arts t-shirt, or for £10 you can buy a mug. Every penny goes directly to funding our virtual theatre festival, so please head over to our website to make a purchase to protect the arts at this difficult time. Thank you.
I guess you're wondering how I got here. Let me explain. Well, it all started in year 8 when Jordan Peters said, "I know everyone thinks you're weird, but do you want to go out with me?" And I said, "No thanks, I'm eating an apple." And then Jordan said, "You're not eating an apple, you freak, I didn't want to go out with you anywhere." And then we never spoke again. He was right. I wasn't eating an apple, I just didn't want to go to the cinema with Jordan. Not because I was a lesbian, which is something I would not properly discover for another 6 years, but because he had really bad BO. However, not going to the cinema with Jordan is my 8th biggest regret. Not only because I really wanted to see Iron Man, but because if I had gone to the cinema with Jordan, then I would be married now. Or at least cohabiting. You see, if I had gone to the cinema with Jordan, then I probably would have let him kiss me, and then we would have become boyfriend-girlfriend. In year 9, I would have let him see me with my shirt off, but not my skirt. In year 10, I would have touched Jordan's penis. I would have then filleted Jordan throughout year 11, and then in the summer after year 11, we would have had sex for the very first time. This would have pushed my sexual identity crisis forward by 4 years, and then in the summer after year 11, I would have turned to Jordan and said, "I'm sorry, Jordan, we can't have sex anymore. I am a lesbian." And then he would have said, "Fuck off, you bitch." I mean, it would have been a messy breakup, but well, that can't be helped. Then I would go to university and join the campus LGBT+ society, where I would meet my first girlfriend with the confidence of a woman who's had sex before. We would date throughout university and then move in together after we graduated. Maybe we'd get a cat. I don't really like cats, but I would be happy to get a cat if she wanted to get a cat, because I'm flexible like that. You see, if I had gone to the cinema with Jordan, then me and my university girlfriend would be saving for a house by now. But instead, I didn't realise that I was a lesbian until second year, by which point I was too embarrassed by my lack of sexual experience to join the LGBT+ society, so I never met my university girlfriend, who is probably saving for a house right now, probably with someone else, probably who really likes cats. Meanwhile, I am a 25-year-old virgin who has never been kissed. I am a spinster who's doomed to die alone. None of this would have happened if I hadn't rejected Jordan Peters in year 8. Which is what I told my sister in the middle of a baby shower, to which she responded, "Just buy a vibrator, you freak." So I did. You know, it was really hard choosing which vibrator to pick. They all had weird names like Tracy's dog clitoral sucking vibrator, or Palaqueef's dual mode quiet vibrator. Is it good that it's quiet? Like, does that make the sex better? And furthermore, what are the differences between bullet vibrators and rabbit vibrators and wand vibrators and... Do you see my problem? But my grandma always says, "Lisa, no one will ever love you until you learn to love yourself." And I was determined to love myself. I just wish sex came with an instruction booklet. I wish life came with an instruction booklet. In the end, I chose the Secret Lover bullet vibrator with angle tip, which was all a bit of a mouthful, so I called her Vivian. Me and Vivian had some good times. First tried her out 3 weeks after she came in the post, and well, a lady never tells. Vivian is better than Jordan Peters in almost every way. I looked him up, you know. He works at Quick Fit, so it's probably a pretty good job I didn't end up losing my virginity to him, because I have very little interest in cars. Instead, here I am, waiting for my very first date with Christine McClay, who I met on OkCupid. Because I said to myself, Lisa, if you can go to a shop and buy a vibrator, then you can go on a dating website. And then a week and a half ago, Christine and I matched on OkCupid, an 81% match. And then on Wednesday, Christine messaged me and said, now that everything's opening up again, would you like to meet in person? And I said, yeah, I'd love to. And, well, here we are.
Months ago, I fell off a rope, but I stayed hanging on. What I didn't know, hanging on a rope with alcohol brings other people down. But just this morning, I missed the warning. Oh, no, it's happened again. I lost my balance walking on a 10-foot tightrope. Oh, no, I'm learning to swim. Without a life, I know I swear I'm fine. I went on a trip, 'cause I knew I quit. It's not happening ever again, I swear on my life. Then gradually, the road came to be. But I was so caught up in the process, blind to the new line that was forming. All I saw is that I wanted more, and I ignored the voice saying, oh, no, it's happened again. I lost my balance walking on a 10-foot tightrope. Swim without a lifeline, no sweat. I'm fine. Spun me around, there was no friend in sight. My cheeks hurt by the afternoon. Feed me a taste when you touch my waist, giving me this feeling. Oh, this feeling. Wrong feeling. And I'm thinking, oh, no, it's happened again. I lost my balance walking on a 10-foot tightrope. Oh, no,
Thank you so much for joining us at the festival today. Tune in tomorrow for another full day of performances and fun activities. We'll see you there.